This is Professor Stan Blankenship, and today we're going to talk about the legal perspective of corporate social responsibility. The two chapters involved here is chapters 5 and 6 in your textbook. It talks mainly about the corporate rights and responsibilities in these chapters, and that's what we'll focus on here today. Corporations really can benefit society. They provide jobs. They provide jobs to the supplier partners they have. They add value, hopefully, to their customers. They provide some type of return on investment to their shareholders. Companies pay taxes to the government. So there's a lot of ways they can be a positive influence and impact on society. On the flip side, well, they can also have be detrimental. They can do some harm. If they violate some of society's laws and regulations, they can receive negative publicity, which can lead to some serious negative consequences for those who are employed by that company and the shareholders who might own some stock if it's publicly held. So again, companies can be both positive and negative to society. Now, through a case study in your book called Citizens United, corporations really enjoy the same rights as individuals do when it comes to freedom of speech. So the First Amendment right that we have as an individual, companies also share as well. A firm has a responsibility, obviously, to its shareholders, but they're only one subgroup of the stakeholder family, the stakeholder group. So shareholders' interest is really important, but there are many instances which the interests are likely to be and really probably should be subservient to the interest of all the other stakeholders that the company has. We talk about corporate governance in these chapters, which in the United States it's regulated under state law rather than under federal law. The state of Delaware, for instance, has probably the friendliest corporate environment for any other state in their tax laws, and there's over 1 million business entities that call their home Delaware from a legal standpoint for their business. So I do want to touch on two things here, the benefits corporation and a B Corp. Those two are not the same. A benefits corporation is really a legal structure for business. It's only available in certain states where the companies can incorporate into one of the states in which it's available. A certified B Corp requires companies to meet these high thresholds and standards of performance, transparency, accountability, that type of thing. And it's set up by a nonprofit B Lab, and that B Lab measures things like the company's impact on its workers, on its community, on the environment, and that sort of thing. So those measurements are what's related to the B Corp, and that's the difference between the two. Again, when discussing capital markets, the book talks about there's a primary market and a secondary market, and the primary market is really it's the initial public offering, basically. When securities are first created, prices are fixed and that type of thing. The secondary market exists when securities are being traded, much like we all do maybe with our 401k plans, or some of us dibble in the stock market, and so that's when the prices fluctuate depending on supply and demand and that type of thing. So again, that's the two markets, the primary market and the secondary market. There are rights that constitute a contractual type relationship between the company, the firm itself, and its shareholders. But they don't constitute ownership. Just because I might own stock in a company does not mean I own the company or own part of the company. So just to be clear, shareholders, they do not own the firm, and And the management team and the directors of the company have this fiduciary responsibility to basically make the best decisions possible that they can make for the company. So basically, to just reiterate here at the end, U.S. corporate law is really clear. No one owns a company or the corporation. It's an independent person, basically, in the eyes of the law. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.